Hello dear learner, welcome back to the Zoom Chemistry Hub. Today in this lecture we will discuss most demanding SLO based short and reasoning question and answer from the chapter Chemical Equilibrium. So we will discuss some important and SLO based question one by one. First question: what is a reversible reaction? A reaction in which reactant can form product and the product can revert back to reactant. Example: when hydrogen and iodine react with each other, they form hydrogen iodide, and then this hydrogen iodide will reverse back and they form iodine and hydrogen. So the reversible reaction is represented by a double half-headed arrow between the reactant and the product. Next question: what is a reversible reaction? What is an irreversible reaction? A reaction that proceeds only one direction and does not go backward. It is represented by a single arrow, and this arrow is pointing from reactant towards the product. The example is that when magnesium reacts with hydrochloric acid, they form magnesium chloride and hydrogen gas, and here the reaction is completed. No backward reactions occur. So the irreversible reaction are those reactions which do not reverse back and they are represented by a single arrow. Next question, question number 3. What is meant by reaction quotient? It is denoted by capital Q. So the reaction, the quotient is the ratio of concentration of the product to the reactant at any point in time, and this Q is equal to the concentration of the product divided by the concentration of the reactant at any point of time. Next question, question number 4. What is a chemical equilibrium? A chemical equilibrium is that when the rate of forward and reverse reaction becomes equal. Here the rate means the speed of forward and reverse reaction becomes equal in a closed system, and the concentration of reactant and product remain constant. This state is called chemical equilibrium. So in this question we have two things. First is the rate of forward and reverse reaction which becomes equal, and second is the concentration of reactant and product remain constant. And the first condition of a chemical reaction which is necessarily for establishing an equilibrium is a closed system. Here you can see when nitrogen and hydrogen react with each other, they form the ammonia molecule, and the ammonia molecule then reverse into hydrogen and nitrogen. So the chemical equilibrium is established by the double half-headed arrow. Next question, question number 5. Define dynamic equilibrium. Dynamic equilibrium is a state of a chemical reaction when the reactant and product are continuously interconverted. Mean to say, dynamic equilibrium is that state of a chemical reaction in which the reactant and product continuously converted into each other, but their concentration remain unchanged, or we can say that but their concentration remain constant. So this is called dynamic equilibrium. Next question, question number 6. What is a forward reaction? The reaction where reactant form product only. So the reactant change only into product. This is called forward reaction. Next question, what is a reverse reaction? Answer, the reaction where the product form reactant only. In a reversible reaction, only the reactants are formed by the product. So we can write it here, the product change into reactant in a reversible reaction. Next question, question number 8. What is the equilibrium constant? Equilibrium constant is the ratio of the concentration of product to the reactant, each raised to their stoichiometric coefficients, and it is represented by Kc. For example, we have a chemical reaction, reversible chemical reaction, in which A and B are the reactant and C and D are the product, and A is the mole of A, small b is the mole of B, C is the mole of C, and D is the mole of D. So we can write in Kc form the concentration of C with respect to their coefficient, the concentration of D with respect to their coefficient D, the concentration of A with respect to the coefficient A, and the concentration of B with respect to the coefficient B. So this is the equilibrium constant, which is represented by Kc, and it is the ratio. It is the ratio of the concentration of the product, the concentration of the reactant with respect to their coefficient. Next question, question number 9. How is Q related to Kc? So this is most important and technical questions. We have to learn it. If Q is smaller than Kc, then the reaction moves forward. So the reaction moves from reactant to product, and products are formed. If Q is greater than Kc, then the reaction move backward, means the product will change into reactant. More reactant are there. And if Q is equal to Kc, then the system is at an equilibrium state. So the concentration of reactant and the concentration of product remain constant. Next question, question number 10. Define law of mass action. This law states that the rate of a chemical reaction is directly proportional to the product of the active masses of the reactant. So the chemical reactions, the rate of a chemical reaction or the speed of a chemical reaction is directly proportional to the product of the active masses of the reactant. In the next question, what is the term mean active mass? Active mass refers to the effective concentration of reactant and product that take part in a chemical reaction. In a reversible chemical reaction, the effective concentration of reactant and product that take part in a chemical reaction, this effective concentration of reactant and product is termed or called active mass. So that's for today. If you like this video, please like, share and subscribe it so we can grow each other. Thanks for watching.